Listen. Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind.
Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come here tonight? Ranger.
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vibes and Stuff Live in the Morning. It's your host, Chuck Allen, with your host, Uncle Freezy, coming to you live on a Tuesday morning. Vibrant ones, how are you doing this morning? Unc, how you doing this morning?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm
Man,
good,
I'm
I'm good,
good.
I'm good.
Good, man. Good to see you.
Likewise, sir. It's good to be seen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. So, what is in your cup?
You know how we do. Mandarin orange, sparkling water.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hadn't grabbed anything to drink yet, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's not a rough morning, but a slow morning.
Okay.
Thank you, boss.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so Miss Mocha brought me back just now. So
Okay. So
that
you on that peach?
yeah, that peach Ciroc. Yeah. Early this morning. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Mr. Chuck, how is the weather where you are?
Here in the tri-state area, we had a mild 68 degrees, reaching a high of 77 degrees, cloudy with a chance of showers late in the evening into the night.
Bam.
Bam.
Well, here in South Carolina, man, it is 66 degrees according to this weather app that I use just for the show. But as far
Yes,
as what
sir.
the weather, as far as what the weather's going to be like for the rest of the day, I don't know because I'll be sleeping. Hmm. So it's gonna be, in my dreams, it'll be sunny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those are good sunny dreams. Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Vince. How you doing? Savage
In the building.
NYC in the building.
In the building.
Salute, vibrant ones. Thank you for getting up with us this morning. If this is your first time joining us, man, make sure you hit that like button. Man, get us up in those algorithms, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click all notifications so that when we go live, when we upload something, you'll know. You come kick it with us. So,
Please subscribe.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm going to change the theme for this. I don't like the way that looked. Let me. Oh wow, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And also, man, those who's checking in, make sure you tag a friend, let a friend know, man, so that they can come through and enjoy and kick it with us this morning. We trying to start your day off right, man. Come start your day off right with Chuck Allen and Uncle Freezy, man.
Yeah, we trying to start your day off right. We got Uncle Freezy in the house tonight. We trying to start your day off right. We got Chuck Allen in the house tonight.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right,
All
all
right.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, so let's get into this this health and lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
And so I can laugh at Relationship Corner. Hey, so Chuck, I've been on TikTok lately, on the Vibes and Stuff TikTok account,
Yes, sir.
just perusing the TikTok streets,
Okay.
and I cannot believe how first of all, y'all chicks on TikTok are unbelievable. I cannot believe y'all are unbelievable on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But listen, here's the other thing too, though, that makes me laugh. Right? TikTok is a place for the cutest little things you'll ever see. Like you'll see like a newborn puppy with his eyes closed, just barking his head off in like the most high-pitched squeaky barks you ever heard in your life. Like
Yeah.
icy little puppies from day one. You know what I'm saying? Like the puppy legit will be like 3.5 days old and like growling at his mama while she trying to eat out the bowl at 3 days old. Right? I'm like, you don't even know where you at. You don't even know where you don't even know where your brothers and sisters are. Matter of fact, you don't even know those are your brothers and sisters yet. Right? You so young, you just born. But you getting bucked at your mama. You know what I'm saying? You know how,
Yeah.
the mama kind of bumped the puppy a little bit just to get to the feeding bowl. You know, because the mama be exhausted after she had puppies, right? So she's just trying to eat, get her sustenance up. And then plus, them little yappers, the little whiners are draining all her energy for those first few days. All the mama is a grocery store.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's
Lunch.
all she is. Yeah,
Breakfast,
lunch.
dinner.
Yes. Yes. And then you got a 2.5-year-old puppy talking about, thank you, TikTok, for making my day. Right? But the other thing I want to mention to you, Chuck, is I was on TikTok and I saw how people lose amazing amounts of weight. Like they had the TikTok to be like, my husband left me because I gained 600 pounds when we were married. And now look at me after we got divorced. And in my mind, I'm like, well, okay, y'all were together and your weight got up to whatever number it is that dissatisfied you and your husband. And the motivation for you to lose weight was to prove to him after y'all got divorced that you are still worth something. Right? My thinking is, if you were dissatisfied with yourself, why would it take getting divorced for you to lose weight and get back right?
Personally, I believe that that's only for validation. That whole, if you saw that on TikTok, that was for validation and sympathy points. He left me because I was fat, but look at me now. But I mean, come on. You could have done that while you were married and still been married.
Yes.
If that was the case.
If that was
You
the
know what I
case.
mean? I find that on the internet, especially sites like a TikTok or
Right.
even Twitter, folks be looking for the pat on the back all the time.
All the time. They be begging for the cosign. They be begging for the cosign, bro.
But I don't know you.
But your husband does.
Like I'm not. I'm with you. I'm with you from the standpoint like, yo, you could have handled that. You allowed it to get to a point where you're dissatisfied on how you are, right?
Right.
And your husband has made assertions that this is not something that he likes, and maybe if you're 600 pounds, it's more than physically how you look.
It's
It's
definitely more than that.
it's your health. Like
Yes.
like babe, I don't want to see you 600. Like that can't be comfortable living at all.
Right. Right.
Like
And then
you're,
all the
Mhm.
all the practicality is gone too. All the practicality is gone. You remember, like okay, and I say this from somebody that was and probably still is morbidly obese, right? Morbidly obese is when I think you weigh over a certain thing, your BMI or whatever,
Mhm.
right? I speak to somebody that and listen, and I know this is gonna sound strange to some people, but they're gonna be like, no, nah, not Uncle Free, man, Uncle Free, no, not him. I'm telling, yo, I'm telling you, from somebody right now with a grandfather gut, trust me, right? Listen, when you get to a certain weight, the practicality of ordinary movement is gone. Like you remember, oh, they're gonna mailman. The mailman just shot. Oh shit. I don't need to check. I don't need to check no bills. I'm gonna just wait till Friday. I'm gonna just go make one big trip. And the mailbox is about 200 feet away. Like for me, from here, I could my front door from where I am is probably about 30 feet away. And then the mailbox is about so the mailbox is about 100 feet away, right? Right. When you overweight, you like, shit, I don't need to go out the front door. It's 30 feet away. The mailbox is an additional 70 feet away. So you like, shit, what's the day? Tuesday? Shit, I'm gonna ask the pizza man when he come if he'll check the mailbox for me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and I know that sound crazy. Yo, when you overweight,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like when you overweight, all of a sudden the cute shoes that you used to buy, you ain't like, nah, I don't need no cute shoes. I just need something to throw on my foot. You know what I'm saying? Your shoes start to get that gangster lean, that lean, like so you know how somebody
Yeah.
be, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? And it's sex when you man, I saw this girl on TikTok, bro. She looked like she was every bit of 550, 600 pounds, right? She had on a bikini. Ruined my day. Because I was like, damn, she looked like she looked like a 6 foot tall pile of vanilla ice cream. That's what she looked like. Oh man, she looked like Mr. Softy. That's what she looked like, right? And she was like, I'm proud of who I am. I was like, hey, I'm not proud, right? But the thing is when you be like that, like, are you really proud? Are you proud in this moment, or are you overall proud? Because you could tell yourself, you could fool yourself, right? You could fool yourself into that, but is that how you really feel though? Because if you really felt that way, would you really have to put that on TikTok? And then would you really have to be telling people, yeah, I'm gonna shed this weight and I'm gonna get back right? Well, what was right? Because at 550, are you talking about getting down to 400 pounds? That ain't right. That's still big. Are you talking
Right.
about getting down to 350, 300? That's still huge. Are you talking about getting down to 250? That's still huge.
Humongous.
Yes. Yes. All the practicality gone. Now it's little stuff, Chuck. Decisions that we make when you obese, decisions that you make, you got to start thinking about how it fits your fat life, right? Like you going to buy a car, and you know a Corolla good on gas. Joe Biden got gas prices high as hell. Thank you, Joe Biden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think about that Corolla good on gas. Now you're thinking like, I don't know if I
It
can
was
fit in a
squeezing
Corolla.
that thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now you're not thinking. Now you're not just thinking about the gas, but how you look getting out of a Corolla. You got to put your elbow all on side of the car. You trying to wedge your way out because you done wedged your way in. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm getting at with that, I didn't mean to get on the weight loss thing. I actually wanted to get on my weight loss thing in a selfish kind of way. But now we on TikTok. This is what we do now. We get on TikTok and brag about how big we are. Is that the new thing?
Yes.
Oh, what's wrong with our society, bro?
No one wants to be accountable for anything. Like
Oh my
like in general, there was a standard of living, period.
right.
And we moved away from that because instead of people meeting the standard, and what I mean by standard, I'm not talking about standards of beauty, I'm just talking about being healthy, having a work ethic, uh, being a good neighbor,
Right.
those type things.
Right.
A
Standards
lot of
of
people,
accountability.
right? People don't want to do that. I want to be able to do whatever I want, and I'm gonna take away your ability, or what I perceived your ability of judgment. And what they're really saying is, I want to be comfortable in what I'm doing. So I'm going to take away your ammunition to make me check myself.
Right.
You know, like, how can I put this? I'm overweight, but you should love me anyway. I'm
Right.
just as good as someone 110 pounds, which is true.
Uh.
Which is true. Inside, you could very well be that, but we're
Right.
talking about physical attraction.
Right.
Not everybody is a chubby chaser.
You know, every time I hear Chubby Chase, it still make me laugh. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I know that's my immaturity. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm keeping it I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Like that, it just isn't that way, and it's not just a female thing; it's a male thing.
Right.
Like, yo, my guy, you can't get mad. You can't get mad because the 10 is passing you by. Oh, she'll do what she missing. She do.
Yes, you do.
She don't want that big old gut on top of her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then there's some women who find that attractive.
Right.
I've seen it. Like, oh, that's your wife. Oh, okay.
Chuck, this is what this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see it from. I was looking at it while you was talking. I'll show you. Come on, man. Come on, man. They put the transformation on TikTok, right? My thing is, don't put the transformation on TikTok, right? Put the reason why this thing started. Like don't put the journey. Don't tell me about the journey halfway through the journey. You know what I'm saying? And then I decided to get in shape. Wait a minute. Were you having some type of emotional thing going on? The reason why you gain weight? Like some
Right.
people are emotional eaters. I was one. I ain't gonna hold you. I was one. Because I let my
Right.
emotions get out of check, not because I was sensitive. Because trust me, in these YouTube streets, people on YouTube know I am the most unsensitive person that they know, and it's not because I don't care. It's just because certain stuff don't get to me like that, and some stuff that usually gets some people riled up. I have been through so much stuff that I'm desensitized to a lot of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to be an emotional eater. Like for instance, I would see my homeboys and them coming up. Everybody around me would be coming up, and I would be working 7 times harder than them at everything. And I'd just be going backwards. You know, so I'd be working 3 jobs, you know, coaching my kids, going to church. Every time the church doors open, I'd be at church, right?
Right.
Working 3 jobs, right? Coaching my kids, doing the right thing, saying all the positive stuff. And one of my homeboys, no lie, hand to the man, Chuck. Hand to the man. Every time I think about stuff like this, I'll be about to cry, yo. My homeboy was laid off from his job because he was lazy. They didn't lay him off because he was lazy, but when he started letting people go, he was the first one out the door. They were like, listen, you know, we laying off, we got to get this. We can't keep this one. He don't do nothing when he get here anyway. Laying on his chair, his unemployment ran out, right? His girl left and moved in with her mama because she was mad at him because he wasn't Chuck, the dude was laid off and wasn't looking for a job. Unemployment ran out. 2 weeks, he ain't had no money, right? He laying in the thing. One day he looking at his phone, just scrolling. Look, this how you tell me something, man. I was just on some porn sites, and then I looked at my account, and $8,700 just showed up. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I would just look, and $8,700 just showed up in my Wells Fargo account. It's like, what? He's like, yeah. So I had $8,500. I was like, wait a minute, you said 87 showed up and you got 8,500? He was like, yeah, my wealth, I ain't never used it, so it was in the hole. Chuck, this joker was laying on his chair. His girl left. He was out of work. His unemployment ran out. He was on the chair during the daytime watching porn on his phone. Right? Watching porn on his phone, and $8,500 showed up in his account. Right? So guess what he did with it? Bought rims for his car.
You're a liar. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No one's uncle.
That sorry, ain't nobody that sorry.
No, because 8,500. Listen to me very carefully. 80. If I was down on my luck,
it was $8,700, by the way. He was in a whole 200. And
$8,700 is deposited in my account. First thing I'm doing is finding out, hey, is this legit? What's going on with this? Right? Or I'm gonna give you a couple days to figure it out. In those several days, I am what can I buy that is going to make me money?
Right.
Okay, maybe I could do. I don't know what's popular in his part of town, in that part of town, but okay. Well, maybe I could sell some T-shirts. Maybe I could
go buy a lawnmower.
Lawnmower. There you go. Took it out my mouth. Buy a lawnmower.
Yeah, buy me a little
some
truck.
grass.
Something. Buy me a little truck so I can start me a little business. Like $2,000. I get me a little $1,000 truck, a lawnmower, some gas, a little cooler to put some water in. Chuck, guess when his girl found out Guess when his girl found out that he got money in his account like that?
After you got the rims?
After his jump off was talking loud in the spot and his girl overheard it. He didn't even have the decency to tell, and now mind you, they together, right? All the bills, she left and went to her mama house, right? All the bills at their crib is in her name. So he didn't even pay the bills. He got rims on his car. And meanwhile, but your man, Uncle Freezy, was working I was working 2 jobs with the county, right? I was working at the detention center and then substitute teaching and selling insurance. So mostly during the summertime, I would sell the insurance mostly from the spring to the beginning of the school year. But then I would do it like on short days, like after. So I'm doing all this stuff, Chuck, all this stuff. And I can't come up, my stuff still behind, right? Because stuff would happen to me. Like I had 2 cars, right? The car insurance was sky high and both cars needed to be fixed. So I'm always like one car in the shop, the other one on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get one from the shop, the other one back to the shop. You know, it's an alternator, water pump, transmission, AC joints. It's something all the time, right? All the time. And my babies, you know what I'm saying? And the babies, they was like always needing something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, I'm hungry. I don't run on batteries. I need some food. I'm like, God dog it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, man. And then this joker laid off from his job, not doing nothing. He ain't even working under the table. Yo, if you ain't gonna get a real job, you ain't gonna try to work under the table or something. Now, mind you, listen, people with a camera at, do the right thing. Always do the right thing, right? Don't do illegal stuff. But when you get desperate, you got to do what you got to do to survive, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But that's why I was saying I was an emotional eater, man, because it wasn't because I was just a greedy something, but I had military stuff that I had dead on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, military tell you to do stuff when you're 19, 20 years, 21 years old, 22 years old. Stuff you live with when you get to be 30, 40, 50 years old. Make you develop habits like drinking and all kind of stuff because you can't cope with it. You like, you know, and then, you know what I'm saying, you struggling out here, you know, trying to make your way. And then you got your homeboys laying on the chair, laying on the couch. His girl left him. He watching porn on his phone. And the bank accidentally put $8,700 in his account and he never came back for it. Right? Never came back for it. Right? He don't know. All he knows is it showed up. The bank was like, somebody said $8,700 for your account. They never came back for it. He got $8,500 in his account. He ain't even go look his girl in the eyes like, hey, baby, listen, I know I've been sorry. I know I've been lazy, but we have $8,500. She had to go confront him. And here, Uncle Freezy working 3 jobs, like doing 2nd grade. I'm the 2nd grade art teacher. I'm working at the prison farm and selling insurance. Right? All my checks little. All the checks little. All 3 of the checks, if you would have stapled them together, they wouldn't have made a decent 1 check. Right? Because the county don't pay. You know, when you, man,
the small town, yeah, you ain't got no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they need you. They like, right. I kept telling them I was gonna quit, right? Because the detention center didn't want me to quit because I was the 3 things that everybody look for when they hire a minority, right? In that case, I was big, I was smart, and I was black, right? They're like, but we can't find dependable people like you, Uncle Freezy. We need you to stay. Well, how y'all want me to stay? Y'all don't pay me nothing. They're like, man, but when you retire, you gonna get that check. What? You want me to do this until I retire? Are y'all sick? If you don't get anyway, now I ain't got that's discussion. We can have that discussion for another day, but Chuck, also I'm an emotional eater because I'm watching things like this. Like, and then I got a homeboy, right, who is the most, he got to be from the planet Doofus, bro. He a good-hearted dude, but he a doofus, right? Chuck, you know people like this. Like their heart is in the right place, but when God was passing out smarts, I think he went to the bathroom or something. My homeboy, I don't want to say his name. When God was passing out common sense and smarts in academia, my man must have because and this dude, Chuck, no lie, kept getting promoted on the job. He worked at the place that I wanted to work at, right? He worked at the place that I wanted to work at. People was like, yo, Uncle Freezy, why you don't work over there with such and such? And like, I keep putting my application in, but they won't ever call me. That ever happened to y'all? You put your application in and they never call you. For some reason they never call you, right? I went to Doofus. I'm like, yo, tell me how you did your resume. I'm gonna do mine exactly how you did yours. Did that? Submit my resume every 6 months. They wouldn't even call me. Meanwhile, Doofus is getting promoted on the job left and right. And I'm like, what you did? He's like, nothing, man. I just go to work every day and come home. I just mind my business. Meanwhile, Chuck, he blessed and don't know it, right? He the dude that's blessed and don't know it. He complaining. These people think they're going to take advantage of me by promoting me. They didn't even give me the corner office. They got my office in the middle. Every time I got to use the bathroom, I got to walk halfway down the hallway to go pee. I'm like, bro, you got an office? Like, yeah. It's the same size as everybody else. I thought my office would have been bigger. Really? Bro, you blessed and continuously getting blessed. You don't even thank God for this. You know, but I went to an HBCU. HBCU just as good as. You think an HBCU is the reason why you fortunate?
Nah, man.
God blessing him left and right.
Absolutely.
Left and right. And he don't realize it. He think it's because, man, I went to Coppin State. Oh, Coppin State.
Coppin State?
And that's why. Man. And Chuck, that's why when I got home, I used to eat a whole box of damn Star Crunches. Because I got homeboys around me, and these are my friends. Now, I'm not hating on them. Right? But one, I ain't gonna lie to you. Intellectually, Chuck, he probably smarter than the both of us. But he lazy as fuck. Chuck, I saw a fly land on his arm, and this joker was too lazy to shoot a fly away, bro. I'm like, bro, you that lazy, man? He's like, man, that fly ain't bothering me, man. Why y'all always be bothering me, man? I'm like, bro, you can't be. Chuck, even right now, it make me it frustrate me, bro. It frustrates me. So for the people out there that wonder why people go through why the keeping up with the Joneses thing shouldn't be a thing, but you can't help it, bro. You see one dude who's a doofus and getting all God's blessings. It seems like God is giving all the blessings for our community to this one person, and then this other dude lazy as hell, and he get the once in a while blessings, and it'd be a come up, and he don't even take advantage of it. He just Chuck, even now, Him and that girl that he was with, them, they still, so you in South Carolina, so they still together.
Of course.
This is like this was like 25 years ago, right? So it's like the girl left him. She was gone like 2 years. They get back together, right? It's South Carolina, bro. It's just how it works. So, so that's one of the reasons why I was an emotional eater, just packing on pounds, man. Just putting on pounds, because I used to watch people around me, man. It seemed like all the good things happened to them and not to me. And it's one of those. It's one of the reasons why I'm not blaming anybody for this, but it's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of fell out of church. Because when I was in church, God, and I love the Lord. So don't get this twisted. But I go to church, and the message to me would be, the Lord rains blessings on the just as well as the unjust. Stuff like that. I would hear it so much. I'm like, okay, so the unjust getting blessings. When my blessing come in, it's gonna be fire.
Right.
Beyonce gonna bring my check with a bikini on. That's what I'm thinking, right? But what I didn't understand at the time was my blessings were people around me were healthy. That's my blessing. Right. People around me were healthy, and that we all loved each other. And that is a blessing, because everybody don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Chuck, so your man blew up because I was the young, strong, Hercules looking dude, the young athlete. You know what I'm saying? The dude that looked like LL, like I would take my shirt off. Like, there was a shirtless something. I ain't gonna get into shirtless something. But anyway, there was a time where people couldn't tell me nothing, right? Like in terms of physique, people couldn't tell me nothing, right? And then, and then all of a sudden my life changed, and I'm the dude with the limp. And you know what I'm saying? Like people like, I'm the dude walking on a stick. Matter of fact, I got my Chuck. I'm gonna show you the cane, because I told the story before. I'm gonna show you the stick that I'm talking about. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. I can understand. Salute Wayne Peterson in the building. Subliminal 209 in the building. Delano Steele Jr., the real DSJ in the building. Chef NYK in the building. Good morning, Vibrant Ones. Thank you for joining us this morning. If it's your first time joining us, man, make sure you hit that like button, man. Beat it up. Can't hurt it, can't break it, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you click the link for all notifications, so that when we go live or we upload a video, you'll be notified and you come kick it with us, man. Make sure you comment, share. Yeah, man. Sharing is caring, man. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend who's going to tell a friend to come kick it with us Monday through Friday, 8 a.m.ish to about 9 a.m.ish Eastern Standard Time, man. There's vibes and stuff live in the morning, man. But I totally understand watching. Oh wow, that looks like Moses' staff, man.
Yeah, man. Gemini.
Oh man, that's nice. That's nice, man. That's nice right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gemini. Okay. I got some. Got some stuff, a little something.
I see the symbolisms on there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Got the little. Got the stopper. I took this. This is actually. I don't know if I told you the story, but the doctor sent me home on a walker, and I took the walker and threw it in the thing, but the stopper fell off the bottom, and I kept the stopper from the walker, but I didn't keep the walker.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kept that as symbolism. All this like symbolism, something because I couldn't hardly do nothing, so all I did was just carve on it. So.
Yeah, man, that's nice, man. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a reminder that no matter what people tell you, that if you make up in your mind that you want to do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. I can definitely speak to that in volumes. Chuck broke C1 through C6. That's cervical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is all of the bones that hold your head up. Broke them all. I was told I'll never walk again. I couldn't use my hands. I couldn't even wipe my own butt. My mom had
I've
to
been
do
there.
that.
I've been there. Trust me, I've been there too.
I used to get bed sores because I couldn't turn myself. Couldn't
Yeah.
roll. Couldn't do nothing. I was
Yeah.
completely bedbound for a couple years, and I would not accept their diagnosis.
Nope.
There's no reason there's no reason for him to come to physical therapy every day. Like this is it. This
And live
big
live with
wheelchair.
it. And
Right.
live with it. They want me to live. No, I ain't living with that.
Nah, man, he's crazy. I had a doctor say I was delusional.
Yep.
I was like, miss, no way. Like I know my life. I didn't go through everything that I've been through, seen the things that I've seen up until this point. That my life is supposed to be in a wheelchair. Got big
Nah.
things. Got things to do.
Yep.
And it took some time, but I was willing to put in the effort to make it happen.
What else did we have? What else did we have aside from time?
Nothing else, man. Nothing else. I couldn't. I just one point I thought about giving up on.
You ain't the
True
only
story.
one.
True story, man.
You ain't the only one.
I had just I had my second spine surgery, right? I got the big joint with the halo with the screws in it. This is my second time having it.
Right.
And I was in acute rehabilitation. I was in there for maybe about 6 months. Usually it's only a couple weeks and they send you home.
Okay.
But unique circumstances, unique case, you know, I was more of a case study because they've never seen a person in my situation before, right?
Okay.
Because it was so nuanced and layered, and because the real thing is that they don't know how I walked around for a year with a completely broken neck.
Wow.
They was like, how in the world?
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like if I was preserved for a year, where I should have at the very least been crippled, I was still getting around, going to work, wasn't feeling great, but then all of a sudden it just I went to bed and never got out of it.
Okay.
And so it was tough.
This is after the accident?
This is after the accident. Yeah, man.
Okay.
I still work. I worked for like 6 months after the accident because they told me I had whiplash. I was like, nah,
Wow.
something not right. My fingers are tingling.
Yep.
Oh no, it's
Yep.
whiplash. My accident was right there off 77. And yeah, man. And then all of a sudden I couldn't, like, I got my grandma calling me. I hear her calling me. I'm trying to move and I can't.
Right.
You know how down south they got this saying called at night when you sleep and you wake up and you try to move and you can't, they be like the hag riding you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's one of those things, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking superstitiously like that because I'm like, can't move, right?
Right.
So just fast forward and getting to the point where I was having the second surgery. I just left the gym. I'm ready to lay down, and the CNA who is assisting me in and out of the bed, this dude just like dumps me in the bed with my shoulder is like pent between the mattress and the rail, and I was like, yo, well, man, Like you can't leave me like this.
Right.
I was like that all night, yo. I couldn't reach my call button, nothing. And I cried. I cried because I was angry. Because I was like, yo, if I could only get 5 minutes of walking time, I'm whooping his ass for
Right.
4 of those minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I'm crying because I've never been this helpless that I
Yeah.
have to depend on someone.
And it seemed like
Right?
nobody cares.
No one cared.
Yeah.
I was dedicated to my gym time so that the next morning, you know what I'm saying, they change shifts like 7 o'clock. My usual girl is not there. It's another lady.
Right.
And I'm like, miss, I gotta be in the gym at 7. I've been stuck on my side all night. I just want to sit up in the chair until breakfast comes.
Right.
You'll get up when I tell you you can get up.
Yeah.
And she literally left me there until one of the therapists came down. Like, it's almost 11 o'clock. Why you still in bed? Lady left me there.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Unc, I was hurt. I couldn't do nothing.
Yep.
I mean, what I'm gonna do? Curse them out so they can put a pillow over my face?
Yeah.
I said I can't be like this. I found extra gear. I found extra motivation, and I was like, I'll never be in this situation again.
Yeah.
And I went hard. Boy, when them
Yeah.
feet started tingling and my legs started hurting, and it was like, okay, well, you're getting feeling back. And maybe a year or two after that, man, I stood up for the first time.
Okay.
And I said, I'll never sit down. I'll never sit down again.
Yeah.
So it'll take something to get you motivated, especially in
Yeah.
a situation where they're saying there's no hope.
Right.
People who are fighters, people who are survivors, those scrappy folks, they find something on the inside to be like, nah, not me,
Right.
not me. But as far as guys, those guys who, I look at it this way. This is not biblical. I know it's more of a saying that the old people say. But God looks after babies and fools.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I see stuff like that, I'll be like, this fool.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
fool. I'm gonna just have to keep working at it. This fool, God got to look out for him, because if he don't, he might be eating his own foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and so Chuck, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I'm glad you shared that with us, bro. Cause that take a lot of courage. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, thank you for you sharing that with me, man. Cause and sharing that with the world. Cause it take a lot of courage to share vulnerability, right? And
Right.
and part of sharing vulnerability is being tough. You have to be tough enough, not physically,
Mhm.
but being tough enough emotionally to let people into that space when you were at your most vulnerable, right? When you legit can't do nothing for yourself. When you said you couldn't wipe your own butt, bro, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
I know you because I've been there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your cousins and their friends walking in, this smell, it's stinking here. Yeah, I know why. You know what I'm saying? And then all these years later, when I be showing up with my
Mhm.
hot wife in my fancy car, you know what I'm saying, bumping some kind of dope music, getting out, looking fly as ever, cats be like, he just think he's something. You goddamn right. You damn right I think I'm something. Now,
Yeah, man.
because I done been through so much that people told me I wasn't like Cats was legit like, yo, man. Like Cats was talking Chuck when I was down, Cats was talking that noise to my face. Like, you lucky grandma in the room, I slap you across your mouth. What you gonna do? I got you. I got you. I'm like taking the mental notes, like,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah. And then like years later, like a couple years later, like we'll be somewhere like in the grocery store, I bump into him accidentally, like, oh snap, man, I ain't see you there. How you doing, man? Hey, Uncle Freezy, what you doing up? They trying to give you that fake ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to give him the Heisman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you get the Heisman. Man, hey, I heard you doing good, man. You know, people like, man, I heard you got some money off that accident, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold something. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna let you hold something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna let you hold something right now. Yeah. It's amazing how people change, ain't it?
Man, when you said that, that just boiled something on the inside of me just now. You know, I was literally, this is not an exaggeration. One day I'll pull out the big box of my medical records. I was in the hospital for 3.5 years. I would come home for like a month or two, and then I'll go
Right.
back to have another surgery, and then I would
Right.
be in there for rehab.
Right.
You've never come visit me once. My grandmother worked at a hotel that she couldn't even afford to stay at, the Parker
Right.
Meridian. She was a cleaning lady for over 20 something years at the Parker Meridian. This
Right.
lady would get up 4 o'clock in the morning so that she could be to work at 6, and she would get off at 2. 3 o'clock, she was there waiting in my room when I came back from therapy.
Waiting on you to get back. Yep.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Someone would come in the gym. Oh, Granny's here. I'm like, all right. She'll be all right. I'll be out in a minute. Or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, every day. And I ain't seen
Yep.
you once. Didn't get a call from you once. And you think that is a good joke to have with me about, hey man, I know you was in an accident. I know you got some money, man. Let me hold something. If you don't get
Yeah.
get out of my face.
Yeah.
Out of my face. Are you crazy?
Chuck, I'm gonna call him John. I pushed John through some barbecue. Like we was like, like at the your family gathering or whatever, they got all the tables and all that stuff. A dude legit came up to me and was like, "Oh, there you go, Uncle Freezer, blah blah blah." When the dudes that came in the room, like, man, this room stink, man, blah blah blah. Yeah, man, I can't wipe my own butt. I'm sitting here. You see my arm. You know how, like when they put the cast on your arm, they put it in a natural position so you
Right.
can't move it, so your bones will heal up and all that, right?
Right.
So I can't, and I'm right-handed with a broken right arm. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm bruised up on the left side that every time I try to move that, it just wasn't happening, right? So like 2 years later, I think, 2 years later, I was jogging. I could jog, right? I could jog some, and all that stuff. I see him, and this dude come up to me and say something like, "Man, I'm glad to see you up, man. I saw you in that room, man. I could have went cross your." And then my cousin boyfriend was like, "Oh, damn it." He's like, "Hey man, go ahead on now. Go ahead." And I was like, "What you say?" And Chuck, he said it again. And Chuck, no lie, my brother who passed away, man, he going to be with the Lord. My brother, he wasn't scrappy. He was the dude that would talk that noise, but when it come time to do something, he'd be all nervous, and you know what I'm saying? He was that dude, right? And there ain't no harm in that. We are who we are, right?
Right.
My brother was like, "Man, you better not do nothing." And he said, "You better not do nothing." And Chuck, I slapped him through one of them folding tables that had the barbecue. You know how you put your barbecue in a tin? I slapped him and he fell, and it had rained like that morning. He slid, fell all the way down in a ditch, in ditch water. right? He's like, oh, boy, what's wrong with you? And I started to go down in the ditch and get him, Chuck. But my auntie was calling my name. She was like, Uncle Fred, Uncle Fred. With her crazy self, she worried about the meat. She worried, all that meat, y'all got all that meat on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about me jumping down here and get ready to kill this dude for what he said. Right? And so,
Right.
and the thing is, bro, when you've been through something, bro, when you've been through something, man, you got two types of people. You got two types of people, bro. Basically, you got the ones that accept what has happened and are realistic. And it's like, okay, this is what's happened to me. This is the new normal, right? And then you have those that are unrealistic, like you and I, right? We are unrealistic. Like people can tell us what they know, but if I don't believe it, I'm not rocking with it.
Me either.
And I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna do everything I can. Bro, you talking to a dude that couldn't walk, right? But threw his walker in the ditch, had his grandma crying. Y'all go get that fool. He done threw that walker in the ditch. Yep. You remember how in the country it wasn't no trash man to come out in the country, right?
Right.
Like in the city, you just put your trash on the curb, right? So out in the country,
you burn.
We made this big old something. Like it's about big as your bedroom. You just go down there and throw trash in it, and you just burn it. Every now and then you just burn it, set it on fire. You set it on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I threw my walker in there, in the middle of it. Ain't nobody want to go in it. Ain't nobody want to go in there and get the. I don't know how I got the strength to throw the walker in the middle of it, but the walker was in the middle of it, and the part right here, the rubber thing that fell off. The rubber thing that fell off fell on my leg. I put it in my pocket. This it right here. I had this like 30-something years, right? Grandma out there crying, that fool boy. And my cousin had to come down there and get me and carry me back to the house. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be on no walker. That's out. Right? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why a lot of people say, I can't believe how Uncle Freezy be working. So he the hardest working man on YouTube, bro. When you motivated to prove something, like or even worse, where you felt like you was this close from having everything taken away.
Yeah.
You appreciate the stuff that you have.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You appreciate that stuff. That's what, because I was in the car and the car was spinning around like a top in the road, and everything around me was just like a line. You couldn't make out trees, and everything just looked like a line. Just everything was, you know what I'm saying? They said, my cousin was like, the car must have spent around 200 times. I bet you it spent around more than that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is when you appreciate stuff, bro, can't nobody tell you nothing. You can't tell me I'm lucky to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know that. I experienced it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't never been in a situation, something like that happen, can't nobody tell you nothing? What can somebody that has never been in that situation tell you? Like Chuck, I remember being in a hospital bed at night, right, by myself. Because my grandmother was like that too. My grandmother would be so Chuck, my grandmother would be so tired that she would be falling asleep talking. And she'd be like, when you come home, I'm gonna cook you some collards and some. I'm like, Grandma, go home. You ain't gotta stay here with me. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'ma just watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. That's when Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy used to come on back to back.
Yeah.
in afternoons. She's like, I'ma just stay here. I'ma just hang out with you. I'ma just stay here with you for a few minutes just to make sure they got you. Grant, I'll be all right. You ain't gotta stay here with me. I'm gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she like, you ain't gonna flip out and go crazy, is you? No, Gramp, I promise you, I promise you, I ain't gonna flip out and go crazy in there because Grant Newton, she the one that used to make the. Remember, I told you all the cousins used to come down. It'd be like 30 cousins, and she used to make a humongous pallet in the middle of the floor. All
Yeah.
me and all my cousins from Detroit, Baltimore, Chicago, Jersey City, Brooklyn, Long Island. Everybody be laying on the pallet in her living room. So she remembered me from way, way, way back then, from when I didn't even. She knew me before I knew myself, and she made sure that I knew that. She used to tell me stuff like when all the kids go out to play, she would grab me by my hand. Hey, remember that you're special. Remember God's smiling on you. Come on, get out of here. Take this candy with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, man, I said that I went around the world. I sound like G-Man for life. I just went around the world and back again to say, yes, I was an emotional eater, and that's the reason why I gained so much weight. Because I had been through some stuff. And the ladies on TikTok, I know they probably went through some stuff too.
Right.
But you have when you go through that, you have to fix what is broken.
Right.
Right. Even and the lady was like, you can't fix those emotional scars. Yeah, you can. And the thing about it is with emotions, you just can't fix it. You can't fix it the conventional way. But you have to fix it with maturity. Right? Like even bones fix themselves to be stronger than they were than when they were. But Chuck, you ever noticed that, like when I go to the doctor, right? I still have titanium in my leg right now, right?
Me too.
Doctor is like, those bones are stronger now than they were before they got broken.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. Those bones are stronger now than before they were broken. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. And he's like, just like your emotional scars, once you fix your emotions, they'll be stronger than they were than before they were broken. And that's the approach you got to take, right? Like when something happened to you, you have to take that and allow your emotions to heal, so they'll be stronger than they were than before they were broken.
But you have to deal with it, ladies and gentlemen. I know the saying is time heals all wounds, which is true. But in the case of a broken bone, that bone has to be set, right?
Yep.
A pin or a screw has to be put in.
Yep.
So that when it grows over time, it does heal back stronger than what it was. But if you just leave it the way it is, it's going to become infected.
And if you just pick at it.
Right. Skin may even grow over it.
Yeah.
But if the bone is still broken, it's going to grow back disformed, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying in layman's terms, folks, the thing that has gotten you to that point where you're eating like that, you have to deal with that. And if you're going to be doing TikToks and YouTubes and whatever, talk about that pain. Don't just show us the glow up.
Yes.
Don't just show us the glow up like oh, just one day I decided. Nah, tell it, because there's someone else going through the same thing that you went through. Yep. Give them the playbook.
Yeah.
I truly believe this. The things that we endure in life is not for us. It's for us to share with other people, to help them, to help them. We're like, we need one another to survive. So I don't mind. At one time I was embarrassed to talk about it. Even some people to this day don't believe me until I take my shirt off and they see I got an incision from the top of my neck all the way down to down there to my top of my ass. Like,
Right.
and I got all types of scars on my shoulders, on my hips, and stuff like that from all the surgeries.
Right. Yep.
And then like, man, you like the real life Steve Austin, you got a $6 million man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel that way sometimes, but I'm fortunate that I was able to survive it. I was able to survive it because I've seen people do things. I was in the hospital with a cat who was starving himself to death,
Yep.
refusing to eat because he didn't want to live paralyzed from the neck down.
Yep.
The dude was 17 years old. You could see his collarbone. You could damn near see his shoulders where they connected. And I was like, man.
Yep.
And that's what made me change about it. It's not about you. It's not about you, Chuck.
Yep.
God didn't do this because you were just the worst person in the world. Yeah, I've done things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh man, this is karma, man. You shouldn't have said what you said. You shouldn't have did what you did. But no, sometimes you got to go in order to find out the meddling process. When they want to find out if your ring is gold or not, they heat it up, right?
Yep.
Because gold melts at a certain temperature, right?
Yep. Yep.
And gold is usually mixed with other things because gold is soft,
malleable. Yep.
It's malleable, right? So you got to heat that thing up. It has to go through the fire so that all the gold or whatever else is in there can melt away, and you can be left with the gold.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had to go through the fire to pull out something in me that needed to be separated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Always had the ability to walk in the room and talk to folks.
Yep.
Always had the ability to it didn't matter what it was, I could pick up on it. You showed it to me, it was a wrap. I know I can do it now.
Yep.
But I was lazy. Man, you could be the best. Yeah. You could be. Yeah. I had several coaches just, you could be damn near all state every year. You know that, right? But you just want to be a daggone clown. You want to make everybody laugh. Like you don't,
Right.
like you don't never like. It just comes naturally to you that
Right.
you don't even try. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Wasted talent only because like it wasn't my, like most of that stuff was not my passion. It was just things I could do. And
Right.
living in a small town, you better find some things to do. Because
Yeah.
if you don't, you're gonna be a young parent
Yep.
real fast.
Working at the mill or some kind of warehouse, textile place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or some plant. That's just what it is. That's how
That's
it's. Yep.
And I was like, nah, son. I was like, nah. I'm gonna stay involved. I'm gonna stay, active, because I'm telling you, I got so many friends. They got kids. They have children in their late 20s. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. She's 27. But that's right. Her mom had her when she was 12, 13,
Yeah.
14,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
16. Like, man. So
And my mom had me when she was 20, Chuck. Like she had me when she was 20, right?
mhm.
She had just turned 20. That means she had company when she was 19,
Yes.
right? Now I know that sounds like, oh man, she was an old lady. Bro, bro, you ever been around a 19-year-old girl?
Yes.
Do you know how immature they are, bro?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I man, listen, I get that. I get it. Let me ask you this, because this is the question I asked you the other day, and so this goes in line to what we are talking about. Let me find out how, Chuck, I may have a sponsor for the show, by the way.
Uh-oh.
A
Big
sponsor.
things.
Yeah, a sponsor, not Cletus Chicken Hut. I'm talking about somebody real. let me. Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to find let me. That's hilarious, show. Let me see if I can find the text that I sent to you so that I can read it verbatim. I can't find. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Yo, Chuck, are you satisfied with your life?
Satisfied with my life. Content or pleased?
Okay. I'm I ain't gonna lie to you. I asked the question because I found myself to be satisfied with my life. Right? Can I do more? Yes. Do I feel like I have done enough? Yes. Right? And so here's the reason why I say that. I say that because I ain't gonna get into the whole thing of I've been through so much, right? Because I ain't trying to turn it into a pity party, right? But I have been through a lot, right? And I've taken all of those tribulations and trials and tests, and I think I have positively impacted the lives of other people, right? I honestly believe that Uncle Freezy has positively impacted the lives of other people and continue to do so. And not that it's hard now. Now it's easy, right? Because I don't have to give advice. I can model good advice, right? Like when y'all see me on the screen, when y'all looking at me right now, right? Y'all legit have seen me go vegan February 22nd. I went vegan. You can see me, you can see me on the screen physically get smaller, right?
Right.
I don't have to tell y'all. I don't have to tell, man, you need to eat, do the right thing, man. You need to eat right, lose weight, go to the gym. I can model it now, right? So now it's like, yo, people are like, yo, man, I need to lose a few pounds, man, around this belly and such and such and such. Yo, Uncle Freezy went vegan, bro, and you could see it in his face when he getting smaller. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I step on the scale. Sometimes I step on the scale, bro. Sometimes I step on the scale and I'll laugh, right? Because I'm like, why the hell did I do this 10 years ago? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but I wasn't ready 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like people like, man, why didn't I get married? I should have got married. I should have married her 10 years ago. Well, yeah, I wasn't ready 10 years ago. That's just all to it. You feel me? And so back then I used to give advice and didn't follow my own advice. Today I model the advice or I model the right thing, and then people can look at me as an example as opposed to somebody who is just dishing out advice.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Aunt Reeby's Chicken Shack open at 11 to midnight. Yo, Aunt Reeby, what's the drink? Same thing we got to drink every day. Sweet tea and lemonade. You know the Pepsi man ain't came. The Pepsi man ain't came. He's gonna come Tuesday. He ain't been here yet.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's something, man. When you said that, South Carolina, you keep calling me, but I told you I ain't never coming back. I ain't never coming back. I just miss places like that, man. Just not to get off subject, but most of those small towns had a place called Mom's Kitchen. No, they weren't franchised. No, they weren't related, but it was usually like mom and pop's kitchen or mom's kitchen, something like that. We had one in our town called Mom's Kitchen, and the Pepsi man, hot. He coming tomorrow.
yeah.
But we got sweet tea and lemonade, which were fire, which was absolutely fire. But getting one of their lunches for one of them $7 lunches where the plate is almost breaking.
Yes.
Because you got rice, you got rice
and cabbage.
And fried pork chops with smothered pork chops with a
Yeah.
big chunk of cornbread and macaroni and cheese. Man, listen, that is not a meal that you eat and go back to a warehouse job and work.
No. but we did it anyway, bro. We did.
Oh man, did I do it?
and then finish it off with a Black and Mild. Like I don't know if people smoke Black and Milds no more. But bro, listen. I used to unpack my Black and Mild and take the paper out and repack it. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I used to do that too. Right? Because I seen someone else do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I seen someone else do it because, I was a cigarette smoker for a period, and then when I got down south, they was, they
would bum you to death, bro. You buy a pack, it'd be a party pack.
Hey man, let me get one. Let me get one, man.
Oh.
I got you. I got you back. I got you back, man. I got you, man. So I told you I used to put my Newports in Marlboro Lights boxes, and then one day we was in Camden, the Camden Lugoff area. We stopped by this gas station, get some gas, and I looked at the counter. They had Newport mediums. I ain't never heard of that before. Newport medium. Buy one pack, get 2 packs free.
Right.
They Newports. I'm gonna try them. Awful cigarettes. Guess what?
Right.
They were my new brand because nobody would ask for them. I pull that box out, man. What is this? Medium? Nah, man, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. But once I started smoking Black and Milds, that changed even more.
Right.
Oh man, you smoking blacks? He ain't got no cigarettes. You daggone right. And so when I started smoking them, because I noticed that Black and Mild dudes, no one were asking them for a Black and Mild.
Right.
Not really. I would see them, unpack it, pull a little paper out, and then, put the tobacco back in there. So I would do the same thing because I was like, oh, must be how you got to smoke it. And so one day I asked the dude, well, what are you doing? Like, why you take the paper out? He said, oh, man, it's the cancer paper.
Yeah. Yep. That's what yep.
I said, wait a minute. This is the paper. Yeah, man, that's the cancer paper, man. You smoke that, you get cancer. So why the company ain't just not have it in there in the first place?
Right.
Because they want you to get cancer.
It,
I said, you know what? I will never do this again. Because I thought we were taking it out because if you took the paper out, like it smoked better or something like that. But what happened is because you loosened it, more air can get through, and it'll burn.
like,
It'll burn better, and you'll get a nice little hit, and you'll get a little buzz, that kind of thing.
right.
I was like, man, heck no. Cancer paper.
Right.
The same thing when people used to roll like Phillies and White Owls and stuff like that. They would peel it back and pull the little strip off. I was like, what are you doing that for? Oh man, that's the cancer paper, man.
Yeah.
This one strip of thin paper is where people get the cancer. Yeah, man.
Chuck, so you know we black, right? Sometimes black people make up stuff, bro. They'll say something and it'd be like the most ridiculous thing you ever heard in your life, but they be so sincere with it, you just go with it. You just go with it, right? You just like a dude told me that he's like, yeah, man, I just think it's the cancer paper. All right, Clarence. All right, Mr. Clarence. We just go with that. But like with me, I just go with it, man. I ain't feel like arguing over this. It's lunchtime. It's hot. We in Dillon repaving the street, and he say, "Catch me out." Gnats all in my eye. Okay, all right, whatever. But I used to take. I used to take it out and repack it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, repack it back in there hard. Right, just keep tapping it and keep tapping it, and it'll pack hard. So when you smoke it, you know what I'm saying, you had to drag it to get something off, and you know what I'm saying, it have you buzzing. That's the reason why I used to do it. You know what I'm saying, but you know how it is, man. You know, you with old timers, and man, the cats will tell you just about anything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cats just, and if you listen to them, man, yeah, man.
Oh man, you about to have good luck there, Junior. First of all, sir, a bird just took a jump on me. I'm not about to have a good luck. Yeah, man. When a bird poop on you, boy, you watch. You get some money today.
Go buy me a scratch off. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They be bugging, man. But what can you do?
Nothing, man. Some things you gotta let be what they are. I think sometimes with folks that they try to change things. They try to man. Once you understand what something is, then you know how to appreciate it, how to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You can't be pissed off. You got a dog that barks. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Some people will get so upset. They would have been, I'll be right back. I gotta go handle this dog. And I'm like, yo, but that's a dog, man.
But that's a dog. That's what they do. That's what you got him for, right?
Right. Like, you gotta let him be who he is. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bark. That's what they do. So I know that people are full of crap. Most people are insecure. Most people aren't happy with their lives. Right. So when I know that, I don't take things personally.
Okay.
Because it's coming from somewhere.
Right.
We gonna talk about it? All right. If we ain't gonna talk about it, then all right. I'm gonna just leave you to your own devices.
Right.
Because everybody's like, oh man, Chuck, you so level-headed, you so calm. I wasn't like that, man. I was a hothead.
Right.
hey, I'm shoot first, ask questions later. Like that's just who. Um, growing up in the city, man, you never wanted to be the person to get taken advantage of, right?
Yeah.
You gotta stay on your square, stay on your pivot. People look, you gotta watch them.
Yeah.
And living elsewhere, I'm like, yeah, you gotta watch out for things. But sometimes you gotta understand, uh things are what they are. You can't change it. You just gotta learn
Right.
how to maneuver around it. Like
Right. Right.
um living in the South, there is a guarantee you're gonna have a run-in with a snake at some point.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Now, how you deal with it, I mean, that's up to you.
Right.
But I know for certain most snakes, if not all snakes, are afraid. So they'll try to get away from you
Yeah.
before. The only time you'll get bit is you don't see them and you step on them, or you corner them,
Oh, you
or
surprise
you
each other. Yeah.
right. But for the most part, they try to get away, man. They try to get
Yeah.
away. And so now that I understand that, because I used to be afraid, man, going in that barn, y'all crazy.
Yeah.
Man, there are pellets leading all the way to that barn. So I know there's field mice in that barn. And if there's field mice in that barn, there's a fat snake in that barn too.
There's a snake in it. Yep. Yep. It's just
Ain't no
that's just
ifs,
how it
ands, or
works.
buts about it. That's how it goes. So and something as simple as that, like that's how it would go. Like, yeah, man, I get people, man.
Right.
I can get on the internet. I can pretend. I can fish for validation if I want to. Um, I can be the victim if I want to, and get the sympathy and empathy from folks. Um, one of the things that I appreciate about working with you and getting to know you is that you're genuine about helping people and helping
Right.
people cope with their demons. And I'm 100% in the business of doing that, man,
Right.
because there are a lot more people broken than those who care to admit.
Yep.
And when you share your story, I share my story. Robert Parr shares his brother's story. Um, um, Soulfinger shares his pop story. Um, and everyone shares the little bit that they have, man. It's encouraging to other people. So I'm trying to tell you, like I used to take it for granted until my this is probably like my fourth stint in the hospital.
Okay.
Um this story had made the news about the young boy that tackled someone in practice. He, drills that they were doing every day, he tackled them and he ended up paralyzed. Tackled the kid wrong, broke his neck.
Right.
Young kid, young African American kid. He was probably like 15 at the time. Um, I'm a veteran in the hospital. Like I got my own power chair.
You know the ropes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Like after I'm done with therapy, I go to the nursing station, tell them, hey, I'm about to roam the hospital. I was all over Mount Sinai Hospital. They know
Right.
Chuck Allen over there. Well, they know me by a different name, but they know Chuck Allen over there.
Right.
And so I'm chilling in my room, and the social worker and the counselor walks in the room. The psychiatrist, she walks in the room and she's like, we need you to do us a favor. And I'm like, a favor? What's up? We
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
young, we got a young kid down there. Like he's going through it. We know that you played football at one point in your life.
Right.
He's having a hard time dealing with his diagnosis.
Right.
He's a T3 complete. And we just want you to go down there and talk to him. And I'm looking at these ladies like, talk to him. You're a social worker.
Yeah.
You're a
See, I went,
psychiatrist. I don't know nothing about this. Like, I
they
want to
went to
go.
school for that.
Right. They went to school for this. I want
Yeah.
to go over to the Kingleton building, to the 7th floor, so I can holler at the girls behind the desk.
Right.
Like, I don't want to talk to, like, what am I supposed to say to this kid? And I didn't have to say anything.
Right.
You know what I did? Rolled in my wheelchair, in my power chair in that room. Him and his mom were sitting there, and she was holding his hand. He's a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put the brake on, stand up, held onto his tray table, walked over to him, put my hands on my shoulder, and told him it would be all right. And then I went and sat back down. And I said, "You see that? They told me I'd never be able to do that
Right.
again." Tears dried up a little bit. Mom looked a little bit stronger, and she goes, "Well, how long did it take you?" I said, "Ma'am, it took me a couple years.
Right.
It took a couple years. It's like 2009." I said, "Ma'am, it's been about 4 years
Right. Right.
to get to this point."
Right.
I said, "But it took hard work and dedication." Chopped it up with that kid every day. Every day, me and him had to have lunch
Every day. Right.
every day, every single day. And I saw that it made him be easy, be okay, because there was someone else that been through this, been through an injury,
Right.
and they told him he wouldn't be able to do it again.
Right.
And just because someone does something doesn't mean you can do it. But if you put in the same type of work and dedication, just maybe, and that was it, man. That was it. That was it, man.
Right.
I believe he's walking, but he has to have braces.
Okay.
I believe that he's walking again.
Right.
But I said all that to say, man, I just shared my story. I didn't know what to say.
Right.
And I didn't really have to say much. Just showing that it's possible.
Being present
right.
present sometimes is good enough. Right. Hey Chuck, I gotta roll out, man, because I gotta do a KMD at 9:45. I gotta talk about Tom Thibodeau rotations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gotta talk
You know
about
how it go. No matter how dope the conversations be on vibes and stuff, KMD crowd is like, yeah, I understand, man. But Leon Rose.
Yeah, man.
So,
Hey, man, it was a good conversation yesterday. Then, I couldn't really talk. Because I wanted to join, because it was some stuff said. But yo, listen, man, this is Vibes and Stuff live in the morning.
Yeah, man.
This is Vibes and Stuff live in the morning, man. If this is your first time joining us, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click all the notifications so that when we upload and go live, you'll know, and you can come kick it with us. Share, comment, get some Discord going on in the comments, man, about what you're listening to and what you heard today. We appreciate you all kicking it with us today. We'll be back here tomorrow, maybe a little bit later tomorrow. About 8:30ish, because you have your meetings on Wednesday.
Meetings on Wednesday. It'd probably be closer to 9.
Okay.
Because Chuck, Chuck, I know you've been in the office setting before, bro. You already know they say, yeah, we'll start. It's from 8 to 8:30, but then people show up late, so you really start at 8:08, 8:09, and then somebody start asking a million questions. Well, why does a straw have straw paper around it? Really? That's the kind of question you got? But why does a peppermint have stripes? Oh, really? That's the kind of question you need to ask. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
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 So we'll be starting a little later tomorrow, but we'll be here. We'll be
On
here
Wednesdays and stuff like that.
to get the rest of your morning going in the right direction. So all the vibrant ones, man, we appreciate you coming through. To all the new people coming through, make sure you subscribe. If you're not doing anything, go over to KMD, man. We're gonna talk them next. Until
Yes.
tomorrow, everyone be safe. Have a great afternoon. Peace.